Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about the new reality that has been brought by COVID-19. The reality of the matter, guys, is that life will never be the same again. The way we will be doing things is totally going to be different. There are quite a number of things that I will highlight as to the extent of the changes. And for us to survive in this new reality, we need to change the way we do things. I know it's very difficult for change. Change generally, it's very difficult for people to adopt to new changes. But COVID-19 has forced us or will force us to change. It's the new reality. We should now start doing things differently. For example, social gatherings will definitely be a thing of the past. That reality of mingling, mixing, going for a drink, doing this, that has totally changed. COVID is now in charge. And the earlier we accept that, the better. You realize that home now will be the only safe place to be. And unfortunately so, home will always be the safest place to be. It is the reality. When you look at the world over now, on the lockdowns, it has been proven beyond reasonable doubt that staying at home is what will save most of the countries or most of the people from dying or from contracting the COVID-19. So staying at home is now the in thing. And also you realize that when one is staying at home, the expenditure will be skewed towards groceries, towards food, towards home entertainment. For example, online television, Apple television, DSTV, and Netflix, and all other spending that is done normally when one is at home will definitely increase. But the chief among them, it will be the groceries. There will be a lot of eating. And as a result, people still need to do the exercises within the parameters of their homes. And it is very important because if one is eating, definitely one will gain weight. So those are the new realities that we will be experiencing. The way we also shop is totally changed. I know in Africa most of the times online shopping is still very low, mainly because the technological innovation of internet is still very low, or the penetration rate of internet is still very low. Most people, they can't still afford internet at home. So as a result, most governments now need, especially in Africa, to invest in infrastructure developments towards offerings of free Wi-Fi, because there's going to be a rise in internet usage, and shopping will be done online mostly to those that can afford, and frequenting of the mall will definitely be a thing of the past. So business of brick and mortar will definitely be affected, is what we have been seeing. And also the other thing, guys, is education. Education will change. The way we know education is going in brick and mortar, in buildings, in schools, that will change. Online education is the only now thing that anyone should invest on, because that is the new reality. That is the fact. Whether we like the new reality or not, but the new reality needs to be embraced. I've spoken about the technology, the infrastructure. the computers. So this investment needs to be done at a home level, especially Wi-Fi, especially if one can afford fiber, will be the best because one will be able to do a lot of things through fiber as compared as to the ordinary Wi-Fi. The other most important thing out of everything that I've said so far is learning. We'll spend a lot of time at home, and that means there'll be a lot of time to spend. Sometimes doing nothing, sometimes watching television, sometimes just sleeping. So it is now imperative, guys, that one should learn a new skill. The new jobs will be found in technology-based skills. For example, learning coding, learning online marketing, learning web designing. There are a lot of jobs. One can just need to Google, and also there are a lot of resources on YouTube as well. There's a lot of learning on YouTube, guys, that one needs to do, because learning a new skill is what is going to save most of us. Because all our old jobs, as we know them, most of them will be redundant. A lot of companies are going to close shop. So those companies that have invested in technology, online skills, are the companies that will survive through this new reality that we are faced in. It's a new reality, guys, that it will be with us for a long time. So the earlier we accept that reality, the better. The majority of our time now will be spent online. And that online will include entertainment, learning, also socializing from other social media platforms, that is Facebook, Twitter, FaceTiming, and also Skyping each other. Because one will be safe at home, so it will be better for anyone to socialize through these kind of mediums. So remote socializing, it will be the new reality. We'll be socializing online. And a lot of companies that can afford will also consider investing on their workers working from home. Because working from home is what is going to save most companies, is what is going to save the world, is what is going to save the economy. And as you have been seeing, guys, that most companies' GDP is going to drop. Countries' GDP is going to drop, simply because when there's no productivity, GDP is going to drop. So, to counter that, investment needs to be done in working on people working from home. And the other issue, guys, is tourism as we know it. It will be gone. And it will be the hardest hit, because as you have seen that most countries, they've closed their borders, they've literally locked their borders. They are not accepting anyone in or anyone out unless it is for the purposes of repatriation. So it will take time until the countries have started, they will probably slowly start opening their borders, but still it will take time. And I'm sure they will introduce a lot of screening, and I'm also sure there will be a lot of technology around screening for a lot of viruses or diseases before one can gain entry into another country. International travel as well will be hard hit as well. So now, guys, it is the time that our focus now should be now on the new reality. Accepting the new reality is what will save us from this pandemic. Because failure to accept it will mean that our life will always be living in the past. So it is very important, guys, that we adopt to the new reality. I thank you.